Hello, super quick intro. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can solve the Hanayama Queen chess piece puzzle, how you can get the queen coin out of the queen piece, and then how you can put it back into its original position. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we have a fully assembled queen chess piece puzzle. Now the first thing we need to do before we get the coin out of the base of this one is identify essentially the middle of the puzzle. So almost like where it was put together, because this is going to help us a lot. Now the way that we do this is by identifying these two lines around the top of the, around like the neck, if you like, of the queen piece. So you might not be able to see it too clearly here, but there's a line down here and there's a line down here. So essentially these are like the sides of the puzzle, if you like. And I'm going to keep my fingers there just as a reference point for now. And we now need to pick this side or this side. And a way of identifying the right side is by using the base of the queen piece. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn it around until we feel the point at which it clicks apart slightly. Now, and it is very slight this, but we need to identify on which of the sides or which of the halves that click actually happens on. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's this side. And if it is that side, then it means we need to flip the queen piece over. We'll double check that we're on the right side, and we are. So now, the side that sort of clicks apart is under here. The middle of the puzzle are on each side. But what we need to do now is make sure that this bottom piece isn't in that clicked off position, because that can limit us in the actual move that separates this piece from this piece. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to keep the orientation. I'm actually going to push slightly on the base of this one as I'm holding it together in here. And now we're going to focus on the head of the queen piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it apart and I'm going to twist it until I find the point at which there is a straight line and a dot underneath it. Now there is a circumstance, or there is a possibility that when you go to pull this open, that it's actually stuck and it's locked in place like this. And if that is the case, you're not going to be able to pull it open unless you tip it to one side, or tip it like upside down, give it a twist and then pull it apart. And when you come back to this position here, you should then be able to pull it apart. If you can't, then pull it apart, then come back to this position, and then we'll sort it from there. And the actual way of solving this puzzle, I've actually done it now because I'm in the right position here and here. All I need to do is line up that straight line that you can see on the sort of inside neck of the queen piece, and then there's a dot just below it. And when it locks in position like this, and you have the right orientation in here, you can then reline up the gap in the bottom of the base, and that's it. And you can separate it from there. You can get the queen coin out. And now that we've got it apart, I'll show you what we've actually just done. So first of all, let's close it up. Now when we close it up, this gold bit is obviously the bit that's getting in the way. Now the click, when we pulled it apart and found the click, that is simply this part on the base lining up with this part on the main part of the queen piece. So what we've done is we've first of all set it so that that's on the bottom, so that this has the ability to drop down when we're in the right position up here. And once we're sort of in line and we've got those things there, then, I mean, you've seen it just happen straight away there. We can get into a position where we pull this apart and this gold bit drops in. You can see that it's retracted now, and that's it. To put it back out, to let it sort of drop back out, all we do is just turn it upside down, give it a pull, and it'll come back out into position. But here we sort of have to like when it gets stuck, it's stuck in this position here again. So it's when this bit is in the right orientation and sort of this bit. I'm not sure of the actual mechanism, but I'll unlock it and twist it around a second. So all we need to do here is we just turn it right to the right position. And when you're actually doing it, if you can't find it immediately, then instead of pulling this bit right out as far as it can go, just let it drop back in slightly. And then when you twist and find the right position, it'll then drop into place here. So if you are struggling at all, just play around with the height and the level of it. So if I'm twisting left and right and I'm letting it in and out until it drops out of the way. Obviously it's much harder to do blind when the base of the puzzle is in the way. But that is essentially how you solve the queen piece puzzle. Now, to put it back together, what we need to do is essentially redo that same move, but it's much easier because we can see everything now. And then all we need to do is place it back in. Now, make a reference or look, just see where the straight line is in here. Turn that upside down, give it a pull, and we are locked back in place, and we have a fully reassembled queen piece puzzle. So there it is. That is how you get the queen coin out of the queen piece. This one is extremely tough. This one took me a long time to figure out first time round, and quite a while to master the actual sequence of moves that gets it apart in the first place. If you do struggle, or if you have any questions about anything to do with the queen piece puzzle, then be sure to comment below and I'll do what I can to answer and help where I can. And thank you very much for being here. If you want to see me struggle through any of these chess piece puzzles for the first time, or the solutions for the other 5, then be sure to click my face here to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace!